Are you on? Oh, stream can hear me. I forgot. Hello, stream.
Good morning, stream. Welcome back. It is time for our first winners bracket match of the weekend, the first of the two winners bracket semifinals. It is Rustem Min'etov versus our first sighting in the bracket stage of Old Navy. After back-to-back wins via forfeit, they're actually going to have to play a match, you guys. They're not just going to get forfeits straight through the entire way. Let's go. It is time to see the #1 overall seed in the tournament and what they're capable of on the semifinals pool against a powerful team from Russia and surrounding nations. I'm T1G. Joining me for this one is none other than Dennis. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Aaron. What's up, man? Yeah, I didn't know that Old Navy just got back-to-back forfeits in quarterfinals, round of 16. That's really funny, kind of. I feel like the powerful aura of a team in a tournament like this with Rectigon, Badu, Malashevsky, Enry, intercamping Emrek on it is just kind of a little absurd. I don't know. This team is very strong. Rustem Min'etov, though, also a very, very strong team. Besides those members on Old Navy, you also have players like Reedcat, like Arnold, like Ryuke on the roster. For Rustem Min'etov, you have Welter, Chikoni, Kamenchik, Scroll, Handsome Me, Disuk, Gamer, Din, and Raf GPO. And I have confirmed that pronunciation with Disuk himself, by the way. That is the actual intended pronunciation of the name. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Desuke, or Desuke, but it is Disuk. I feel like this is a pretty good matchup. I think we're going to see a lot of the more mechanics-heavy picks get picked up by Rustem Min'etov, and a lot more of, especially the like any lower approach rate picks in no mod and free mod. Any really gimmicky stuff get picked up by Old Navy, as they have, I think, a far better team for that type of skill set than Rustem Min'etov.
Now, the kind of downside for that, if you're Old Navy, is that there really isn't a lot of low AR reading stuff in this pool. There's literally Nomad 5 and Nomad 8 are the only two maps in the entire pool that are under Air 9. So not a lot of the low AR gimmick stuff available, but there are a couple of other maps in there. I mean, obviously you've got like Rogoku Strip, right? You've got Inner Circle that I can see them picking into, you know, the kind of tech stuff like that. But yeah, not a lot of low AR. Still some gimmick. Not a lot of the specifically reading, but there are some options for them.
So I didn't actually get a chance to look at it. What's up with the 9-star map in free mod? What is that, like a Aspire map or something, or 2B?
I think it's 2B.
Okay.
Or not 2B.
That is the question. But and we'll see. Apparently the map auto fails, by the way.
Yeah, but they'll have no fail on, so it's okay. It's fine. It's just banned anyway. It doesn't matter. It's just banned anyway. It's irrelevant.
Well, oh well.
Yeah, I think you're probably gonna see like free mod 5 and then either Nomad 8 or Nomad 5 maybe. I don't actually think Nomad 5 is that hard. I think Rustem Min'etov can probably put together a roster for it. The map's not like it's AR6, but that's like the only thing about it that's hard, you know. Old Navy just gonna ban speed, right? It's just gonna be like DT2 and then I don't know, maybe they ban like free mod 3 or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's kind of pick of the litter for bans for Old Navy. They are going to go with the double time 2. I feel like that's completely fine. Maybe they ban out something like... Is there even any speed in the no-mod pool? I don't think so. I think this is... Yeah, no, all lower BPM except for Jack the Ripper. So probably just another DT ban if they... I would assume they're allowed to double ban DT. And if not, they can just ban out the free mod 3. Because the speed roster for Rustem Min'etov is, I think, the main strength. And it's not like they're bad at other stuff, but Old Navy is just better at, I think, most other things you're going to find in the pool. So we'll see if that's actually true, like if they're practiced or not. But on paper, you know.
I think Old Navy has players who are going to practice, like, they're just dedicated tourney players. I feel like, yeah, maybe like a Reedcat or an Arnold or an Emrek or whatever won't be like tryharding this, but I mean, you got to figure that, you know, you've got Malashevsky on your team, you've got like Enry intercamming, like you have people who take tournaments pretty seriously no matter what. I feel DT1 from Rustem Min'etov, so they leave all of the gimmick stuff up? I don't get the DT1 ban personally. I'm not sure I understand that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they have some good DT players on this roster. Like Welter's pretty strong on it. Scroll is actually pretty strong on it. Gamer has always been relatively good on it as long as it's not low approach rate. And I think a lot of the other players on this team have started branching out more into that sort of stuff. Like Ciccone is still a pretty good all-rounder and can play that sort of stuff, but I agree it's a little weird into some of the best gimmick players in the tournament scene. Like you have Badu, Malashevsky, Henry, Rectigon, Arnold intercambing on the other side. Like, I don't know. I do think it's a little odd to leave all of that open against a team that can pretty easily abuse it.
Also, this is not related, but I just wanted to shout this out. Bubbleman just FC'd Jack the Ripper in there.
I saw that. Yeah.
That happened.
Nice score.
That's a really good score. And then Chillier FC'd Erasene's Bazaar. I think that's an FC on the map after. 14 UTC looking like they're probably going to win that one, up 6-3 against Pinchin. Bangers only in the chat. That's back-to-back 7-3s in those first two matches. All right, Fremont 3, the second ban from Old Navy. So as expected, right? It's DT2 Fremont 3. Like that's just speed and speed. Like not like they're weak at speed, but compared to Rustem Min'etov, like they have every other skill set. So why bother leaving speed available?
Yeah, exactly. You may as well just ban it out. And I think the Nomad 3 pick makes a lot of sense here as well. Reincarnation Apple. This is like, if memory serves, it's been a while since I've actually seen this map, but if memory serves, like tech alt hybrid sort of thing in this map, like tons of aim control on this.
Yeah, this one's a Corsace closed Nomad 3, so it's just always going to be aim control alt when it's a Corsace closed Nomad 3. I feel like that's what those pools typically lean into.
Yeah,
are like kind of snappy control aim alt patterning, especially in the. Not even in the later rounds. I guess that's only quarterfinals, but still. Wait, that's interesting. So the Nomad 5 here was moved down 2 rounds. I think it was like, or 3 rounds. No, 2 rounds. Yeah, it was grand finals OWC a couple years ago. Meanwhile, this quarterfinals, this Nomad 3 was moved up a round from quarterfinals to semifinals here. Habib, what are you doing, bro?
I mean, I think those both make sense. Corsair's closed quarterfinals is quite difficult, and I don't know, this diff of Utage, I don't actually know this difficulty. The top diff was the one that was in Corsace Open semifinals. This is 3 difficulties below that, but it is AR6, so like probably it's so hard to gauge difficulty on those. I don't know.
Yeah, nah, this Nomad 5, like honestly, I think this Nomad 5 is relatively easy. It's literally just the fact that it's AR6 and not much else is super difficult about it.
It's a 4-star map, but it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's AR6. So
yeah. And it's Habib pulling Hippo Cup, so I mean, really, what do you expect? Also, shout outs to Ryuke, because I feel that ever since he became like a game enjoyer, he has become such a good Hippo Cup style player because he just plays every map.
Yeah, it turns out not farming and just playing what you want to play makes you better at lots of other stuff. Because if you have lots of, skill cap, you can just play whatever you want. So playing a bunch of different kinds of stuff tends to make you really good at the game. Very cool to see. I think we're ready.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. There's some switching shenanigans going on. Some question marks in chat. We've got Handsome meets Disuk. I'm never gonna get used to that.
Disuk. Yeah.
Gamer Scroll, Malashevsky, Henry, Ryuke intercamming. Boy, that's a scary 4 players.
Yeah, just a little bit. Apparently, I think what it is they had Welter in before the timer went down for Rustem Min'etov, and then switched a player in for Welter after the timer was done.
Yeah, and in that time frame, they were like asking, "Are we going no fail or not?" to like stall it out farther, which is odd considering like why are we stalling the first point of a match if that is the case? But whatever. I mean, we'll get
for Shari Tori, perhaps. Oh no, wait, Shari Tori's in SSOT, wrong tournament. Hold on.
Shari Tori is not on this team, brother.
Exactly. That's yes. That is exactly what I have realized immediately after letting the words exit my mouth.
Raf GPO is in 3WC question mark or no? I'm trying to think like
Rap GPO is in 3WC, yes.
All right. Well, we're good. I think maybe possibly.
They're gonna just run with these 4, despite it being not Welter in the lobby. And Malashevsky is not playing.
Or is he not playing?
He's not playing.
Okay, he's indeed not playing, so we're gonna get a quick little abort. I'm not sure what happened. All that, and we just have to abort instantly, so we'll find out why we aborted, and hopefully we'll actually play the map eventually.
Hopefully. In the meantime,
Malashevsky's keyboard, it was not working. All right, man. Like, wouldn't you have noticed that at some point before the map started when you were playing other maps or warming up or whatever? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe we need warm-ups back so that players don't have their keyboards, and instead of actual warm-ups, it's just like, here's a 30-second map of, you know, random stuff so that you can make sure you can test your equipment. Like, it's not an actual map, it's just like, here's an equipment test.
Okay, well, we are actually in.
Yeah, these are good rosters for a map like this. I think there's a lot of players in here who have serious potential on a map like this. Very excited to see this match start off with this pick. I think between these two teams, this is a very contested one, but Old Navy going to be favored, I think, on stuff like this, generally speaking.
Well, we'll see if they are actually favored. There's a double miss from both of the hidden players on the side of Old Navy. Disuk gonna find a traded drop for Rustem Min'etov, but there goes Ryuke also, and it's suddenly not looking great. There have been 3 drops on the side of Rustem Min'etov. Scroll is still holding though, and there goes Intercambing, and it is literally just Scroll with a full combo for the side of Rustem Min'etov. 1 million score lead, not a lot on Score V1, but I mean, there's nothing Old Navy can actually do about it unless Scroll drops right now. So, looking good at the start for Rustem Min'etov with this roster.
Yeah, I've been talking a lot about Scroll in this tournament because the guy has just been performing consistently incredibly well, especially on, you know, stuff like this. He's been really solid on the alt picks across this entire tournament. He's been solid on tech stuff as well. Just a very good, not gimmick necessarily, but, you know, kind of a rounded player. As you can see, like, the only person in the lobby who's holding an FC and the only one of the Malashevsky to really have any notable combo. And that's a battle that is exciting to watch the rest of the way through. Scroll versus Malashevsky on this particular pick. If Scroll holds, it's going to be good for him, but Malashevsky has gotten it under control after that beginning, and now it's matching the accuracy, just, what, a couple hundred combo behind. He's the help, though, and really isn't getting it, as Henry and Ryuke just continue to break, so this is just going to be Scroll holding onto the lead comfortably.
That said, there's not much help for Scroll either. I mean, Disuk had 200 combo, just broke. Gamer has 260 combo. That's kind of it for the side of Rustem Min'etov. I mean, at least there's 400 combo on Intercambing, right, for Malashevsky, but there is nothing for Scroll on the side of Rustem Min'etov. So, if you see a single break from Scroll, this will pretty much instantly go back the way of Old Navy. That said, it looks pretty comfortable on this right now. Still holding the FC right now. Henry breaks, Ryuke breaks, everybody breaks besides the 3 players in question. Scroll, Malashevsky, Acre Cambing holding these big combos. Better act for the side of Old Navy, but Score V1 doesn't really matter all that much, and Scroll still on this FC. Scroll is going down. It was 4 million before, it is 3 million now. So Malashevsky plus Intercambing is enough to bring this back, but I don't know if it's fast enough going into the end now. Ew.
Yeah, this is just the Scroll show. Finally does break late. Wait a minute, it's only 3 million points, and Malashevsky has almost a 1300 combo. Is this ending note dense enough to bring this back? I don't think it is, right?
I don't know. I mean, it's about the same note density as everything else in the map. Is it enough to come back to the side of Old Navy? It is not. He chain misses the last pattern. That was down to 1 million points. That would have been enough if he had held on that pattern, I think.
Yeah, I think there's enough combo with this ending if he held through that little space linear thing. Boy, that would have been close, but instead it's going to be Rustem Min'etov starting off with a break point. And man, what a score from Scroll, by the way. One miss, the 26 mil on the V1 there, outperforming Malashevsky, who did have the superior accuracy, but the 4 misses kind of scattered in places that he couldn't afford to have them. And really, there isn't a lot to say about the supporting scores. Intercamming put up the 10 million, but you've got Scroll on the big score, and that was just enough. And that is, I don't know. I don't think I necessarily expected that, but you can't ever bet against Scroll in these alt picks, I guess. He's been going so crazy on them throughout this entire tournament. That's just another example.
Yeah, Scroll, someone who kind of came back to tournaments after, I think, either a tourney ban or a restriction or something. I don't remember exactly what. And has quietly become one of the better tournament players in open rank. I wouldn't say like at the level of completely top 1v1 tournament players, but very, very strong, especially in team tournaments, and has the potential to carry picks like this, especially on alt maps, but a lot of times on some of the DT mechanics as well.
Yeah, I really, I kind of had to sit up and take notice during MGC, where he went really, I mean, like, I don't think he got super far in the tournament. I think he was like, maybe what, quarterfinals or semifinals week he was eliminated. But his scores that he set were really good, and that, matters a lot. Not just the outcome, but how you get there. Even if you lose, if you put up some solid scores, it's easy to be like, hey, this guy's solid. And dude was playing well. It is going to be Rustem Min'etov going into the DT pool with their own first pick, DT3. No real surprise here to see Aristine's Bazaar first. This is pretty tapping focused, a little more on the finger control than the raw stamina like the DT2 would be. But for a tapping team, this one is still going to feel pretty good, I think. Also, if you slightly pronounce this map name wrong, it is Aristine's Bazaar.
Aristine's Bazaar. And it's a tapping map. Very cool. Yeah, I think this is a fine pick for Rustem Min'etov. You don't really expect Scroll to just 1v9 carry you on every map, right? So probably a good idea to pick into stuff that a lot of the rest of your team is good at, and this is very clearly a team that is very good at speed and not super well spec'd into much else, right? So I think just keep picking these mechanics maps as much as possible. Yeah, sure, you have Welter as an all-rounder, Ciccone as an all-rounder, Scroll and Gamer as all-rounders, but I think a lot of the rest of your team is really mechanics-focused, and even your all-rounders tend to prefer DT mechanics if they are going in for a mechanics pick, right? Like, these are not hidden mechanics players. These are not, like, hard rock precision players or anything. Most of these players prefer the double time, so I think just a good strategy to stay in that mod as much as possible, and very clearly from the bans, both teams recognizing it.
Yeah, definitely definitely a fan of the mechanics picks, I think, here for the Rustem Min'etov roster. And we await the mods. This roster on, like, speed tapping stuff is pretty scary, too. Ciccone, Tin, Welter, and Dasuk. Like, damn, bro. Malashevsky, Henry, Rectigon, and Intercamming. Another case of me wishing you could manually change players' names in the tournament client, because I hope that player name doesn't cause problems with, like, Twitch or YouTube. But in we go very quickly. This one races out at you to start, and everybody makes it through the intro except for Intercamming, who is about 20 combo behind.
Okay, but to be fair, have you seen the Coughing Baby collab for Rectigon? I don't remember who it is, but there is now a Coughing Baby on OS to go along with Rectigon's name change. And that would be Pinkus, actually, is Coughing Baby. Anyway, yeah, that'd be Pinkus's Coughing Baby. Anyway, a couple early breaks for the Bomb himself alongside Intercamming Din. So 2 FCs to 3 in favor of Rustem Min'etov, Ciccone, Welter, Dasuk versus Malashevsky, Henry.
Henry both looking good, but Ciccone, Welter, Dasuk also looking solid. That hack on Welter a little questionable. Meanwhile, Ciccone, man, he's like 1 of 2.
Oh, Welter!
There goes Welter. That was the concern. That's a big combo now on intercamming, backing up the double FC. That's going to give the advantage to Old Navy to try and bring back this gap. It's only not even 1,000,000 points now, so this should go on over thanks to that 550 backing score. Intercamming had trouble at the start, but has really gotten it back together in the back half of this map, and I think it's just going to go to Old Navy. Oh, it's a late miss from Rectagon. Hang on just a second. Is there enough time here to bring it back at the very, very ending with the double FC on Dasuk and Chikoni? I don't think there is. That actually didn't matter. I lied to you all. It's going to be Old Navy taking the point.
Double break point to start us off. You love to see it. Neither team winning what they should win in this matchup based on the rosters on paper. Double FC for Malashevsky Enri. Looks like FCs as well for Chikoni Dasuk. But yeah, better supporting combo on intercamming, 776 combo going into the ending there, and slightly better score for Mr. H himself on the side of Old Navy. So nicely done from them, and now they get next pick, and let's see some low AR, shall we?
Yeah, I think you just go Nomad 6 or Nomad 5, Nomad 6, or Nomad 8 here. I think. Like, I know Nomad 6 is not low AR, but it is overlap, really dense reading.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, Air 9 like kind of feels like low AR at that BPM because it's 140, but it's more like, I don't know, like 210 or whatever. So that is another one to consider. I think another Nomad pick here, but I think one of those more difficult reading picks rather than just kind of the control aim style like that Nomad 3 was. Would be a good option. Also, shoutouts to 14 UTC, 7-3 victors over Pinchin. So they will be moving onward in the losers bracket. They'll be facing the Irishman 3 tomorrow morning. That'll be a fun one.
Good job, my goat Miles Osu.
And
nice
there is the Nomad 8 pick, by the way. Main theme, my beloved.
Main theme, my beloved. Fruit box, my beloved. I don't know what this is. Is this like the math map, the one from Banger Bonanza, or is this something completely different? I don't even know what this is. I'm
not gonna lie to you. I didn't watch the showcase.
That's real as hell.
I don't ever watch showcases because they're always on. There's two things that happen in showcases in this tournament. One is that they're exactly while I'm eating dinner, no matter what time I choose to eat dinner, or the other is that they're at like 1 a.m. and I'm asleep.
Yeah, that'd be like that. I think I was like, I was somehow busy also during the last showcase whenever that happened. I don't remember exactly what I was doing.
It was at 10 p.m. and I think I was just exhausted and I went to bed at like 11 or something. So I was like getting ready to go to bed and stuff. And then
I had work the next day at 9 a.m. So I had to like go to sleep.
I blame Habib. And then everyone was like, why is the pool not on the sheet? I'm like, because his ass did not end the showcase until after I was in bed.
Right.
All
right, well, we're gonna see this.
This tournament goes. Yeah, we're gonna see. I mean, this is like some sight read commentary, right?
How well can you sight read commentate the maps? Let's see.
It depends on the slot. I can sight read commentate the shit out of a Nomad 1 or Nomad 2.
That's real as hell. Holy shit, guys! The diff spike is happening. The jumps are getting bigger. The streams are getting wider. Not sure what I'm. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's all right. Fine, cool. This is tiny circles.
Okay, tiny circles, grid snap, overlapping patterns. Early miss for Chikoni on the side of Rustem Min'etov and Dasuk, actually. Malashevsky, Rectagon, Enri all breaking. Kamenchik also breaking. It's Gamer versus Intercamming halfway through already. Less than 100 combo in. We are halfway into this map.
Yeah, it's 45 seconds long. That's what happens. It's Typical Cup. We love to see it. These extra slots in the Nomad and stuff, like, it just made for wacky maps like this. There go everyone from Old Navy. Wait a second. Rustem Min'etov still holding. Gamer on the... that's an FC, right? Gamer.
That is an FC.
He's gonna pull it off. It's 824k to 797k. And it's 3 straight break points to open the match because Gamer FC's 171 combo. Well, actually, that's not even a full combo. He did miss a slider end or two. But that is quite the performance. The full team score with V1 is lower than 1 FC would have been on V2.
Yeah.
I love Typical Cup.
That's just a great time. 420k full combo. 99 hack full combo. Well, unlucky for Old Navy. I don't know what else you can call it. Like, good job to Gamer and some unlucky misses for Old Navy. Give the point away, and we are now 3 straight breakpoints on the back of a 45-second pick. That is... What are the map stats on that even? That is CS7, AR7, OD7, because of course it is.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. I would do it too.
Well, any speed players?
What do you say?
Any speed players?
Yeah, this is a maybe DT5 or 6. Also, Philippines just won in 3-digit World Cup over Ukraine.
Over Ukraine.
Rip Ukraine. The dream is no longer alive, unfortunately. That was a hell of a run they made, though.
That was a hell of a run. We did predict Ukraine to be top 6. Kind of unsurprised that they made it there, but surprised by the way in which they made it there. Beating, like, Germany to get into top 6 is very impressive.
So not sure why... Yeah, they're not top 3.
They are top 4.
Henry, they're top 4, yeah. But I'm kind of sad to have missed out on the 3WC matches, and it also sucks that they were at the same exact time, because of course they were. Because it looks like Brazil had a really good performance against Hong Kong. So now we get Brazil versus Philippines, losers round 5, and South Korea versus USA winners final. Yo, Brazil on the comeback train in 3WC for the first time since like 2021 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Brands bracket reset against USA.
Brazil is back, baby. We didn't predict them top 6 because we were like this team could get top 6, but they're Brazil, you know? Like every year they have a great roster and then they just don't try and they end up falling out in top 16 or whatever. So just wanted to see what would happen, and they are popping off. So I'm excited for Brazil versus Philippines. Hong Kong knocked out top 2 last year, top 6 this year. That's pretty interesting.
They got a little weaker and other teams got stronger, and that's all that it takes, I think, for that to happen. Yeah. What are we even playing here, by the way? We're playing Free Mod 4 is what we're playing here.
We are playing Free Mod 4. This map is variable BPM, mostly 142. AR 9.3, CS4, probably finger control alt, if I had to guess based off of the song.
It's finger control alt with a little bit of like some flow tech pattern stuff going on as well, but yeah, a lot of this where you just see these like kind of crazy flow patterns. This was played in the earlier match, though. I have at least seen this one time. And starting off not so great. Early breaks on Malashevsky and Intercambing. Starting off great for Rustem Min'etov, I suppose, if you are a fan of that team.
This is the #1 seed in the tournament, Old Navy, right now, by the way. Like, Malashevsky, Emrek on the same roster as a bunch of other, you know, the best tourney players in the world. And this is basically a full, like, Russia-Ukraine roster for Rustem Min'etov. Right now, 4 members still holding the full combo, looking very good. It's been 3 breakpoints to start it off. This might be the first real point that we see. There is a break there from Dasuk. But still 3 full combos intact for them. It's a little bit of a combo lead for Old Navy, I think, off of Intercamping Malashevsky. But this is looking pretty good for Rustem Min'etov to start.
Yeah, and I mean, worth noting, of course, Rustem Min'etov, like, they're the #3 overall seed, right? It's not like these guys are any sort of slouches when it comes to tournament performance. You've got some really strong players who are on, you know, as we say, a heater right now. Like, Scroll is playing insane. Kamenchik has been playing incredible. Raf GPO on that run in 3WC played really, really well. So a lot of good players in that roster. But there they go. As Scroll and Welter both break on that flow aim into the Buzz Slider, and that's going to be a big lead now for Old Navy. Ryuke trades one of the breaks As does Malashevsky. They're going to Suk, Welter, into
Oh!
Oh my god! That is a 7-way reset. It is Ciccone, the only one left in the lobby getting into the ending, and he might be able to pull this one back for Rustem Min'etov.
He does not hold, though. He breaks immediately afterwards, but it might just be enough. No combo on the side of Old Navy to bring it back. And that is the first successful pick for either team. 3-1 for Rustem Min'etov after one of these teams finally brings home their own pick.
And it took the last second heroics there from Ciccone.
Yeah.
The only one in the lobby to manage to hold on through that light pattern near the end. But it was enough. One miss Malashevsky, one miss Henry, S-rank Ryuke. But just the combo difference for Rustem Min'etov. And that, as you said, that's a consolidated break point, 3-1 lead. Still a long way to go in this, being a best of 13. You got to get to 7, so there's a long road ahead of them. But now they just have to worry about winning their own points. They don't have to get another break point to win the match outright.
Well, quite a lot of maps left in the pool still. And, you know, we kind of chalked this team up to a lot of wanting to pick into the mechanics. That's what the bands look like. But they've been able to take points on everything besides DT. The one point that Old Navy have is DT3 right now. And all of the points that Rustem Min'etov have are on, like, the Nomad 3 Reincarnation Apple, the Nomad 8 Fruit Box main theme, and that Freemod 4. So maybe picking into the speed might be a valid strategy here for Old Navy, despite the on-paper strength of the rosters, especially given, I think, which members are here for both of these teams and popping off for both of these teams. A lot of the players who are doing really well for Rustem Min'etov are not necessarily those players who are kind of pigeonholed into going in for the speed maps, right? You have a lot of other players like Ciccone and Scroll, Dasuk as well doing really well right now, and all these players, not necessarily speed players in tournament, very good at a wide variety of things, but they're going to keep going with some of the more gimmicky stuff. You mentioned this earlier, the Nomad 4 Inner Circle by Factal, met by Halgo and Charu. This was originally a perennial 2022 Grand Finals custom map. This map's really hard. I'm kind of concerned that it's in this pool.
I mean,
slightly early on.
Have you met Digital Hypno? Excuse me. You remember who's pooling this tournament, and you just know what to expect. The tech picks in Hippo Cup have historically gone absolutely bonkers. If you remember Honk, does anybody remember Honk? That was a map. There was another. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name. There was like a 5-minute long Neurofunk, which really doesn't narrow it down very much.
No, that
tech map last year. I have to go find it. It was either last year or 2 years ago. Now I have to go find the map I'm trying to think of, though, because it's going to bother me otherwise.
Well, anyway, I think a lot of these players are going to be pretty well versed on this map. You have Malashevsky, Henry, Rectigun, intercamping in for Old Navy. Kind of, once again, this is like the same roster nearly every time for Old Navy. Ciccone, Dasuk, Scroll, Raf, GPO in for Rustem Min'etov on the other side. Again, Ciccone, Dasuk, Scroll in for most of these maps so far.
Sorry, I'm bothering myself trying to find the map that I'm thinking of, and it's just not happening. This is so sad.
Unlucky.
Oh,
yeah, as you said,
Specialist is the map I'm trying to think of.
Villain, okay.
Fulminant Illusion, which is a Hime map. That is like the Hippo Cup tech experience. Camming with the slider break. Coney follows up immediately thereafter. Still 6 FCs on the board. And yeah, tech stuff, guys. Tech sliders. You know what to expect, I feel, right out of Halgo and Charu. Like, they always do the same sort of stuff. And this is really not much of an exception. Scroll the next to break. We've spoken so highly of him, but unfortunately going to miss there. Rectigun follows. And 2 FCs against 2. Dasuk, Ratchi, Pio, Malashevsky, Henry. Who else, right? Malashevsky, Henry. Interesting to see Henry on the Nomad here in favor of intercamming on Hidden. Malashevsky on Hidden, no surprise, but Henry pretty well known for his Hidden tech, but obviously fine on the Nomad as well.
Yeah, same for Rustem Min'etov, Dasuk on the Nomad, Raf GPO on the Hidden. This is still kind of on a knife's edge right now. It is less than 1 million team score. It is 2 FCs to 2. It is actually slightly better combo overall for Old Navy just because their FCs are higher combo. Right? Like, Malashevsky is up 15 combo on Dasuk. Oh my god, Dasuk just breaks on that slider. That's tragic.
Yeah, it's really sad. Who's missing the sliders, said somebody in Twitch chat. Well, it was Dasuk, unfortunately. Also intercambing. That is a shame.
Yeah, more of a shame for Dasuk, though. That basically just throws the map over to Old Navy as Henry Malashevsky's still holding this double full combo. And not much you can do against these two. These are, well, I know Malashevsky at least was in Perennial 2022 Grand Finals, did play this map when I think he won that tournament, if I'm remembering correctly. So, yeah, I think experienced on the map and pulling off a very good score right now. Henry, not far behind at all. Raf GPO, I think, is really surprising to me, holding still a full combo. This is an insane score for Raf GPO. There goes Henry, there goes Raf GPO. It's just Malashevsky with the only combo in the entire lobby. Rectagon has quietly built up a 900 combo as well here on the Nomad. Also a former perennial winner. And, yeah, I don't know. The two players who played this map in tournament when it was released are the two players with the biggest combo going into the end of the map. Never mind. Draft GPOs was Bancho.
Yeah,
thank you, Bancho.
Yeah, we're big fans.
Thank you, Bancho.
Yep, it's awesome. Oh, it's gonna be a late miss from Malashevsky unless that was a Bancho as well. So Draft GPO might end up with nope. Never mind. I lied. He broke 50 combo from the end. That would have been a sick FC, by the way. Unfortunately, not quite meant to be. Really good scores, though. I mean, goodness sake. Yeah. 98.5 AC from Malashevsky, by the way, is actually... Wait,
no. Raf GPO's
Was that
an FC? I think.
No, I don't think. I think that's still. I think that's just a slider break near the end.
I need an MP. That was like Bancho was trolling too hard on that.
I think that's like 20 combo after where Malashevsky broke, right? So that's about right. Either way, it's a really good score from Raf GPO. It's a really good score from Malashevsky. Just a better backing scores despite intercamming really struggling a lot. Henry on the 17 mil S rank and Rectagon on the 14 mil 1200 plus combo. I mean, as we expected, right? We did say this was a good pick for Old Navy, and that was kind of why, I think. That just was a remarkably strong performance from a lot of players.
Close match. Close match so far. Was breaks at the end for both of them, including Raf GPO, unfortunately. This map is 1800 something combo. 1893 combo, and Raf GPO dropped a combined 63 hundreds and 50s. So yeah, definitely was a slider break, was closer to 90 combo down from an FC. So not quite the FC for either of them, but really, really good scores. And yeah, I don't know, like this match can kind of go either way. Rustem Min'etov has had really good performances on maps where we didn't expect them to be able to win versus Old Navy, particularly on a lot of the more gimmick-focused picks. Old Navy, of course, still very strong on all of the things that they are kind of projected to be good on, but losing those breakpoints early on puts them in a tougher spot. And we go into now DT6. Not a typical tournament slot, but here we are. Double time 6. Jingle Bells by Love Live. 300 BPM DT alt, I think.
Yeah, this is like, what, 240 BPM, and I think it's like kind of swing rhythm by the sound of the song. So yeah, I'm going to say it's going to be just a super high BPM DT alt. Is this 10.3? No, it's 10.47, so very high approach rate. You don't typically see too many maps in tournaments higher than 10.3. This one outdoes that by a small margin. And yeah, 360 BPM, swing alt, star sticks. I don't know what to expect out of this one at all. I mean, you don't see, like you said, you don't see this slot in tournaments. You don't really see a whole lot of maps like this in tournaments. So good luck, have fun, I guess.
Kind of makes like picking hard. As a player, if you just never see a certain skill set in tournament, you don't really know how good other teams are on that skill set either. You can kind of make inferences, but actually picking is much harder. We do see Chikoni Dasuk scroll in for Rustem Min'etov, Malashevsky, Enri, Hydrogen Bomb, and Ryui in for Old Navy. Waiting on one more for Rustem Min'etov, and it is Welter to come in.
In which we just use everybody's name changes.
Why not? You want to be known as Ryui and Hydrogen Bomb? Bet.
I mean,
I'm in.
To be fair, Ryui is not that bad.
Ryui is not bad.
As far as name changes go, that's pretty innocuous. It's not as bad as some of his past name changes.
I agree.
I will not mention by name at this point in time, but definitely not the worst. Also, like, Faker Kambing, like, also not the worst. Dude lost a bet, but, like, not the worst bet to lose. So, you know, that one's okay. The Rectagon one is kind of the one I take issue with, but I guess it's fine. You can just name yourself that. Anyway, in we go. Chikoni Dasuk scroll Welter, the final. Let's see. I don't know what to expect out of anyone on this map. It's just super high BPM swing rhythm, like slidery alt stuff. So, you know, just have fun. It's Hippo Cup. Have fun with friends.
Can't have fun with good friends. Enri Ryui scroll breaking early on, so combo advantage Rustem Min'etov, having more fun with better friends. Welter will break though. So it does give some combo back to Old Navy. Still very close, though. There's not a big combo lead for either team right now, and as long as 2 full combos are intact for both teams, gonna stay about that way. That said, more breaks for Welter, gonna give it further and further in the way of Old Navy now. They're good friends, clawing back some combo here for Enri and Ryui. As we are about 2/3 of the way through the map now, by the way. This is getting further and further out of reach for Rustem Min'etov, but there goes Hydrogen Bomb. Does find the slider break near the end of the map. It's Chikoni and Dasuk with the full combos. Scroll matching one of the combos from Enri and Ryui, but there's not much of an advantage for Welter, and there goes Scroll, and there go tons of players on both teams. It's Malashevsky and Ryui holding strong versus just Dasuk for Rustem Min'etov, and that guarantees a 0.33. We are tied up.
As everyone expected, just 4 break points in the first 6 picks. You know?
Of course.
Why not?
Of course.
Why not? That's perfectly normal. Nice scores from Dasuk and Malashevsky, might I say. Those full combos. Accuracy be damned, because this is an aim game, not a rhythm game. S-rank from Chikoni, I wonder... So the final margin of victory was 2 million. Chikoni broke... Yeah, he was only a 70 combo from the end, so it wouldn't have been enough for it to matter. He would have only made up like 800k of that. Unfortunate score from Welter, I suppose. That's really the big difference there. They just did not have... On their own pick, by the way, they just did not have a 4th.
Yeah. What can you do? For the first time, by the way, we are into the Hard Rock pool. CS 6.5 Hard Rock this time around. This is like stream consistency Hard Rock at CS 6.5, 180 BPM, like kinda tech also.
Sorry, I had to do a little bit of plotting for a second there. Yeah, this is small circle size Hard Rock tech, which I think suits Old Navy really well with...
yes.
I mean, you've got Malashevsky, you've got Rectagon, you've got Ryuk. I would have... Okay, maybe this is as techy as we thought, because I would expect Rectagon on Hard Rock tech. Okay, maybe he is coming in. I don't know, Recat comes in and goes back out instantly, so we'll see. Actually, Recat. Okay, well, I guess I don't know what kind of map this is going to be if it's Recat over Rectagon.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. More so to see, like, Enri in over Rectagon, although Enri has gotten really good at Hard Rock recently. I think Enri, I watched Enri on stream get the first Hard Rock FC on that one fuckface difficulty of Der Wald. That's the song. I could not remember the song name. I could remember the difficulty name, of course. But yeah, Henry has gotten very good at Hard Rock recently, so hopefully a solid choice here for Old Navy to keep Henry in. Raf GPO, Dasuk, Welter, and Scroll in right now.
Yeah, I don't know. We're having some more roster problems. These guys need to really sort it out. Like, whatever's going on. Like, they tell somebody, like, they ask for somebody to be kicked, and that person gets kicked, and they complain that the person got kicked. Like, I'm really not sure what's going on exactly.
Interesting.
But we're in, so I guess it's resolved now. But yeah, you know, talking about Henry with getting better at Hard Rock, like, I feel just these dedicated players at this level, right? They're so good at improving new skill sets if they choose to do so, because the skill cap is already so high. Kind of like we were talking about with Ryuke earlier. So it's really cool to see, like, hey, this is my weakness, I'm going to fix that, and then all of a sudden they just become one of the strongest players at that skill. It's like when Malashevsky decided to get good at speed, and just like, oh yeah, this guy can play speed now. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Couple of early breaks for everyone on both teams, except for Malashevsky. Because, of course, it's Hard Rock Tech. He will finally break. There's combo on Raf GPO on the side of Rustem Min'etov, but there goes Raf GPO now. And it's just Reedcat with any semblance of combo, the only one over 200 on either team right now. Everybody just breaking back and forth all over the place, as no one can hold any kind of combo whatsoever. Best scores in the lobby right now from Malashevsky, Reedcat, Ryui, Welter, and Scroll.
Yeah, this low-key reminds me of when we had Ryuseg on Hard Rock in pool and just nobody could hit anything, because the exact same thing is happening here. You have Scroll on a solid combo, by the way. He's built up to about 350. Malashevsky does break, but Henry is doing enough, I think, to match him to hold on to this. It's a little bit of a combo lead for Rustem Min'etov, of course. This might just come back now that the backing combo is completely gone for Old Navy. There goes Ryuke, there was Reedcat, and they have no backing combo for Henry at all. It's, oh my god! Oh! Scroll the only one, and I think Malashevsky, that was 6 misses. I just jumped out of my chair. But it's Scroll, man. This guy is on a heater, as I said earlier, and he's going to bring this one in. It's going to be another break point for Rustem Min'etov on the back of who else? Their gimmick god, the Ascendant member of this roster, Scroll, does it again, and that is a huge point.
Yeah, he put up 5 million score by himself. They had 2 players on their team for Rustem Min'etov that were worse than the worst score from Old Navy. Welter had a lower score than 3 of the 4 players from Old Navy. That was a solo carry performance from Scroll. You cannot put it any other way. Half the team score for Scroll, and absolutely necessary to take that break point.
That was a wild one. Man, we were getting such good maps out of this match. Can I just say, holy cow.
Yeah.
Also, like, low-key, Old Navy kind of maybe wishes they had MREC. Maybe?
Maybe just a little bit. Or Badu. We have not seen Badu yet. So, I feel like Badu would have been pretty solid on a pick like that. CS 6.5 tech. Usually pretty good at both of those skill sets. Nomad 2 now. Not a Badu map. I don't think we're going to be seeing him this one. 200 BPM Kreutz map of a Psy song.
And this is introless, which means the piano that you're hearing right now, I suspect, is skipped.
Yes.
Thankfully, because this map is like, this is 5 minutes long. I believe this version cuts out like a minute of that. So shout outs to introless. Thank you, Kreutz, for introless. Yes. This is a 2016 map, by the way. This has been around for a while, just languishing in Graveyard. I don't know if it's been used. I know this song has been used before in Nomad 2s, but I don't know about this particular map. It's a Kreutz one, so you gotta figure it has been.
Yeah, the tags on this map are electronic key sound, Deathstream, RSI. Those are the tags. This is 6.71 stars on the website. The sheet says 7.2, but the website says 6.7. That just makes me more scared with tags like Deathstream and RSI for exactly what's going on in this. Like, is this just like 200 BPM stream the entire map? Or because you don't get that low of a star rating and be put in the same map pool as All Fool if you're not just ridiculously stamina intense. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure what the story is with that star rating because I'm using, you know, just like one of your everyday map pool scripts, so I don't know why it's so different. But that I thought
it's half a star rating.
Yeah, like I thought those.
Like I don't know what's going on.
I thought those were supposed to match up now, but I don't ever go manually check. You know, I just take what my script gives me and put it on the sheet. But you know, we'll find out, I guess. And it's just streams instantly. Okay, no waiting. Right in you go. You sure will place happening now.
Maybe the website star rating isn't updated or something, because the other maps match up. I don't know. That's very odd.
I'm going to go with that. I think for some reason this map on the site is not updated. Oh, you know what did happen? If memory serves, I had a lot of trouble with this map. For some reason, this map was saying it was deleted. Now that I'm thinking back to when I was making the sheet, like it wouldn't give me. It said no beat map for selected ID or whatever. So there's some issue with this diff of this map. I don't really know what the story is there.
Well, we are definitely getting streams. They are definitely 200 BPM, and there is definitely a team that is winning it so far. That is Old Navy, with all 4 combos still intact from the start of the pick. 2 FCs gone for Rustem Min'etov as we get into a section that is probably key sounded, because I hear no hit sounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say
on the stream.
Sounded. Which can you imagine going to the effort of key sounding a 5-minute long map for Graveyard?
For Graveyard, like
that's actually crazy. Okay, there's some breaks.
Oh, goodbye, Rustem Min'etov.
Tony, Gamer, all gone. Rectagon as well, but you've got Malashevsky, Henry, Reedcat still holding, Raft holding, you know, the recovery combo as best he can, but there he goes as well. And now it is just Old Navy off to the races because they're all going to be at 1,000 combo on those FCs, and that score is going to get big fast. We're only a third of the way through.
Yeah, Rectagon's the only one to have missed so far on Old Navy. Everyone else is holding the FC. The score lead is double score. Can you say potential 1v4 for 3 members on the side of Old Navy right now? Like, it's not quite there, but they're at 60% of 1v4 for 3 of their members.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
A lot of map to go. We're only halfway through. Reedcat gets caught out on that little slider stream, but so do Gamer and Raph, so it really doesn't matter. Still a double FC, and Malashevsky and Henry both holding more combo than Desuk, and Chaconi combined. Breaking as well, but it's like, okay, there goes Henry on kind of nothing. All right, well, Malashevsky time. It's Malashevsky time. 50 million. I don't know if there's a world where this really comes back, considering they're not even at 50 million and they're down by 50 million. You know, math does things on V1, but there's not a lot of combos, so I don't know that it matters.
I mean, if they all hold from here, maybe, but Malashevsky would have to break, I think, and, well, I don't know, you don't really want to be praying for Malashevsky to miss in a tournament match on a 7-star stream map, 200 BPM. This guy has a full combo on Astral Empire with Hidden, right? Like, I don't know, you probably don't want to be praying for this guy to be the one to miss. Malashevsky is coming up on 1v4 potential, by the way. 55k to 70, or 55 mil to 70 mil total for the opposing team score. Over 2,000 combo. Actually, the score lead is widening a little bit. Chaconi is doing a lot of work there, keeping that score lead out of reach for Malashevsky, but yeah, it's not going to matter in terms of the overall outcome. They're not quite double score anymore for the side of Old Navy, as again, Chaconi and Gamer have been doing a lot of work to bring that ever so slightly closer. Not going to end up mattering at all in the end, but yeah, this is...
We are simply witnessing Malashevsky, is what this is. We are just witnessing Malashevsky. It's a shame that this map is just broken for some reason, because, like, I can't check the PP counter or anything, and it probably won't show up properly if you, like, do a recent score command. So I don't know how much this play would be worth from Malashevsky, but that's, you know, coming into the ending here, still holding on to the FC with 2,600 combo, and it is going to be Malashevsky closing out the FC, as you do. That's 700 something, I gotta figure. I don't know, like, the spacing wasn't very big, but the stamina element was there, so not entirely sure. But that's a crazy score from Malashevsky. Recap, by the way, quietly S ranked. I mean, I know it's like whatever, but that is still kind of cool. Just really good team scores. I don't know.
I just tried this on RS bot and shows me 0.00 PP on the full combo.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. This map is just broken. Like even the regular diff doesn't show up properly. If you look, like you can't even use like the PP add-on for the like full diff. So I don't know. There's just something broken about this map, and I'm not really sure what it is. Hashtag blame Kreitz. Lord knows we have enough things to blame him for. IYKYK. But it is going to be tied up. That's a lot of breakpoints. We've had, what, 2 successful picks so far, and the other 2
successful picks and 6 breakpoints.
Yeah.
Yep. So neither of these teams know what to pick. They are not picking maps that work for their team. And I don't know. Like, we're just getting all over the place with all of the different picks in this match. We're finally going to get some more low approach rate for Old Navy. Is Badu here? Badu, are you here? AR6 map has been picked. Please be here. There he is.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to be
Watch him as he goes.
There goes my hero. All right. Squirrely Old Navy wins this map, right? Like, this is the map that screams Old Navy when you've got Badu, Malashevsky, Enri on your team. Like, you don't lose these maps to anyone, right?
Does Rectagon play this? Like, where's Arnold?
Yeah, he can. Arnold, I don't think is here. We haven't seen him at all, so he may just not be here. I don't think he's here. I mean, to be fair, like, I remember we talked about this personally, like, back at Roundtable. Like, Rectagon spent time getting good at low AR hidden. Like, it is a skill set that he actively worked on improving, so he could come in as a hidden player for this with Malashevsky and let Badu and Enri go Nomad on it. I could see that happen.
Maybe. I mean, I see it, but also definitely not what I would expect the roster to be for this. I mean, you're probably putting Min over, like, Reedcat, Intercambing, and Ryui, who I think are just the other players that you would consider, you know, here for the match right now. You know, if Arnold's not here, Emrek's not here, then you really only have so many options, right? We'll see. I don't know exactly what's happening with chat. I was not watching. I was looking at a sheet.
I believe somebody on Rustem Min'etov is having some tech issues, so I'll go ahead and say, like, they can have a tiny little timeout pause here to get it sorted out, as long as it's able to be resolved, you know, in a reasonable amount of time. Because I'm not entirely sure what the case is there, but as long as they can get it fixed in you know, short order, it should be okay. But yeah, I think, you know, I guess we're going, so I guess it's fine. I was just say, like, Reedcat doesn't play this. Intercambing is kind of whatever on this. Ryuke doesn't play this. Emrek's not here. So Rectagon kind of does make sense. And he is actually going to go Nomad. It looks like it's going to be the Hiddens. Wait, it's going to be the Hiddens on Badu and Enri. I kind of figured that Badu would be a Nomad, to be honest, and Malashevsky would be a Hidden. That's interesting to me. Hansome Scroll on the Hiddens with Din and Welter on the Nomads. And already a couple breaks right at the start. Hansome and Badu as well as Enri right at the start.
Aaron, are we going to see a breakpoint on this also? Like,
you know,
we already saw breaks for Badu Enri. We only saw one break for Handsome Me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
there goes Walter. There goes Malashevsky. There goes Handsome Me.
Oh God. See, like, I didn't think this map was that hard, but maybe it's a little bit of a practice map, and if you haven't, like, spent the time on it, because it's all these overlaps and stuff, there goes Enri, then you might struggle with it. Okay, so it's Din Scroll versus Rectagon Badu. I advantage Rustem Min'etov by a tiny margin, I guess, thanks to the little additional combo, but man, I don't know. Maybe we just see, it's just, can we get like 10 breakpoints out of...
Oh, there goes Din. Okay. There's a combo lead to Old Navy now. One full combo to each team. Rectagon versus Scroll on the FCs. Badu with the next best combo in the lobby. Malashevsky matching the combo out of Welter right now. So combo lead straight up for Old Navy. We do finally get some semblance of normalcy with this pick. more overlapping patterns to come through during the Ki time, more breaks to come through for Enri and Din, alongside Handsome Me finding 2 breaks in short order there. And yeah, it's Scroll and Welter versus Badu and Rectagon, but there is combo on Malashevsky and not for any other members on Rustem Min'etov. There goes Rectagon though, so combo's pretty much evened out, but that's not what you need if you're rooting for Rustem Min'etov to take the break point. They need some further breaks from either Malashevsky or Badu.
Yeah, I don't know how much I would expect those. Malashevsky notably not on the greatest stack. He's definitely been struggling with the accuracy component of this pick, down at 95. Fortunately, it doesn't really matter as long as the combo stays alive. Badu, of course, 99 act. No real surprise there. Very, very good with this. There goes Scroll. There goes the hopes of Rustem Min'etov as Welter follows it up. And yeah, as you said, a little bit of a return to normalcy at long last. We're going to see a successful pick for only the 3rd time now in 9 maps. It's going to be Old Navy taking... Will this be their first lead of the match? I believe this will be their first lead of the match. They were tied 3-3, but they've never had an advantage until just now when they finally go ahead 5-4. And that's just on serve, as we would say in tennis, right? It's just on pick. It's not really a lead, but it's them being in front, as the next pick will go to Rustem Min'etov. And yeah, that's only their 2nd successful pick of the match on their 4th, or is that 5th, excuse me, 5th pick overall. This is a weird match.
Definitely an interesting one. This has been very back and forth in ways that we didn't really expect starting off the match. I don't know where Rustem Min'etov goes after this. You have like, I don't think you're going for Nomad aim consistency. I feel like you probably don't want to pick Jack the Ripper into players like Malashevsky, Rectagon, Rogoku Strip also. I feel like you definitely don't want to pick into like Badu. Maybe they just go into more of the hard rocks? I don't really know, honestly. It's kind of...
Well,
like, where do you go if you are Rustem Min'etov here?
They do still have DT4, DT5. I think DT5 might be a shout for them here.
Yeah.
You don't pick Nomad 1. You don't pick Nomad 6, Nomad 7, because Nomad 6 is just like lovely ice cream princess sweetie, but on crack. Yeah, there you go. All right. I had my crystal ball out for that one.
Real.
DT5. RGB, it's 278 BPM. It's quick, it's speedy, got some bursts, got a little bit of aim. This is like kind of just like a DT1 type of vibe, realistically. It's also just a really nice little combo.
Fun fact, there is one DTFC on the leaderboard set by Willie0214 now.
Wait, did he do that
an hour and 20 minutes ago, probably in match.
Yeah, that must have been in their match, or like practicing for in their match. I'll just go look at the MP. What am I saying?
623 PP if it was in match, and number 28 on the leaderboard. There are no hidden double time FCs, and before today, there were no DTFCs.
Dude, Willie has like quietly been one of the best players on that team, and like not necessarily the person I would have expected to be a top player on that team, but he's been playing so well in this tournament. Scrolling through. They do...
I don't think they played this.
They didn't play it. No, that was just during the match, but it wasn't in the match. I don't know why
nice
why did I look through the MP link when I could just look at the ref sheet? What am I doing in my life?
Also, completely off topic, but did you know that the word normalcy was not actually a real word before May 14th, 1920, was coined by Warren G. Harding during a presidential election speech in 1920 versus the other accepted word, which is normality, is the actual word. Normalcy was not a word, and he just decided to make up a different word for normality and use that.
This has been your linguistics lesson of the day, featuring Dio Osu. Thank you for the linguistics lesson, Dio Osu. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Also, did you know the word homeowner has meow in the middle of it?
I did.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
Aaron.
Yeah, you'll never be able to look at it the same again. Oh, meowner. I'm sorry if you didn't already know this. And if you watch Thor, aka Pirate Software on Twitch, you would be familiar with this already. But oh my God! Yes, all right. Twitch chat knows. Twitch chat knows. Yeah. I tried to do the little yeah thing that he always does when he's talking about stuff like that too. So
yeah,
people might catch that. It has meow in it. Yeah. But anyway, we've got several breaks going on here. Rustem Min'etov having a lot of trouble with their own pick here. Jaconi Scroll struggling a little bit. Kamenchik, Dasuk have also, I believe, Kamenchik found an early break. Dasuk, I think, on the FC still. No, I lied. Not on the FC still. Ryuke on the FC still. The only one
it's just Ryui. There's combo on Malashevsky, Faker Kambing, and Dasuk, but it's just Ryui on the FC right now. And looking pretty good. On track for 600 PP once again. A return to normality for Ryui, if you will. Faker Kambing gonna find the drop there. It's still combo advantage for Old Navy as they keep Malashevsky and Ryui on good combos, keep themselves out ahead of Rustem Min'etov. As long as they hold, we're 3/4 of the way through. There's not too much time left. It's about a 5 million score lead. And there goes Dasuk, and there goes any chance for Rustem Min'etov to bring this one back.
They fought so hard through this match, man.
Aw.
But alas, and Ryuke will not close out the FC. Malashevsky is going to bring this one on home with that big combo. There is a lot of combo, notably on Jaconi Scroll and Kamenchik, but I believe it's just going to be too little too late. Even with those breaks at the end, it's going to be coming just down into the last bit of combo here. So with the 4 million lead, I think that should stay intact. This is going to be very interesting because it's a 2 million score lead, and Scroll missed like 150 combo before the end. If he held, that might have been comebackable. It would have been really close. Unfortunately, just not quite meant to be. Old Navy had some trouble at the end there, but ended up holding on anyway, thanks to that big score from Ryuke and Malashevsky backing him up. And that's going to be a couple of match points now. This match continues to just be a lot of break points, but this is where Old Navy kind of seems to shine late into the match. You're running out of picks, and they still have some options available to them. And now they have two chances to close the match out. And while I'm saying this, I will also note, we do have a match final score. We have Let's Get K Barbecue by a score of 7-2 over Ni Hao Shower. A little bit surprising to me, to be honest. I thought the match would be close. I really thought that was going to be a super competitive one with how well Ni Hao Shower played last week. But Let's Get K Barbecue appears to have just been too strong. So that sets up their match against the winner of the last match of the day today, and it also means we're guaranteed an overlap, so we're not going to be able to stream that losers bracket match now, which kind of sucks, because that's now going to be at the same time as the second semifinal, but oh well.
Ni Hao Shower spelled, by the way, not Ni Hao as in the Chinese words for hello, but Ni Hao as in the body part ni in English, and the English word how. What a team name. We're gonna get Jack the Ripper for Old Navy.
I think we're a math tutor, not a linguistics tutor. What are you doing?
What do you mean? This is basic knowledge, bro. Why can't I just enjoy multiple subjects, huh? Why can't I enjoy Osu team names for what they are? Oh, we're gonna get
Texas. Would it be Yeehaw Shower?
Yes. Yes, it would.
All right, yeah, we're getting Nomad 7 again.
Actually, I'm sorry. If you were from Texas, it'd be Knee Howdy Shower. I'll see myself out. We're getting Jack the Ripper.
I'm quitting. I'm done. I'm leaving. Goodbye forever.
Oh my god. Okay. All
right. So this is, I think, a good pick for Old Navy. We saw Bubbleman FC. Well, we didn't see it, but Bubbleman FC this in 14 UTC's match against Pinchin. So he a lot to live up to for the players here, but there's players on Old Navy who are super duper scary on this pick. Rustem Min'etov has looked good on like the finger control type of stuff, so I do think that they can put up a good performance on this. But you gotta favor Old Navy on a map like this. Bowman Jack the Ripper Merchant. True. He is actually
very true.
Just a Jack the Ripper Merchant.
I did not have enough coffee yet today, but I had enough to see the Bubble Man score and wake up a little bit on this map. See if we get anybody who can replicate that kind of a score. I think there's a few players to watch on this map. Chikoni and Dasuk have been popping off. Raf GPO, whenever he has been really good for Rustem Min'etov. And of course, I think I'm probably looking at Malashevsky and Rectigon for the side of Old Navy as potential carry players on this map. Enry Intercamming are also really good, but Malashevsky and Rectigon have looked just that much better throughout the match so far.
Yeah, and we did see the early break from Welter. There goes Dasuk also. Rectigon now breaks. Did he get slow slider? I think he got slow slider. Not what you want to see there. So 2 FCs for Rustem Min'etov now against only 3 instead of 4. It's going to temper the gap growing a little slower for Old Navy, but still, they are in the driver's seat thus far. Gonna hit the halfway mark. Things are going to get pretty intense here shortly. This is going to get pretty crazy.
This is the big diff spike, the speed up section, the rhythm changes, the slider aim, all really intense in this part. 3 breaks so far, 4 breaks so far. Malashevsky, Rap, GPO, the only 2 players to hold during this section. Rectigon as well does hit that part, but on so low combo that it doesn't really matter. It's just a 1v1 now between these 2 teams, with Malashevsky and Raf GPO to hold through the diff spike. Rectigon will break again as well, so it is a true 1v1 at this point. And there goes Raf GPO, and it is all Malashevsky for Old Navy. They already have the score lead. They're going to keep growing it. There goes Malashevsky as well. No FC in this match. It's still Bubbleman undefeated on this one. But Old Navy might still be able to take the point here, ahead by about 6 million team score, and not looking like there's any sign of that slowing down as more breaks come through for Rustem Min'etov on Raf GPO, and good combo on 3 of 4 members for Old Navy.
Yeah, you've got the decent combo on Dasuk and Welter. There's a break from intercamming. This could technically still get interesting if you see a couple resets on this hard part. There goes Rectigon as well. Is there enough combo? Oh, Dasuk misses on air. Oh, Dasuk misses on air. That's going to do it. There might have been a chance. There may have been a very, very tiny little chance if that break hadn't occurred. But it's Enry and Malashevsky bringing it home against Chikoni and Welter in the ending. Not much they can do here. It's going to be a 5 million, 6 million score lead. Old Navy into the outro, into the ending, into the winner's bracket final. It's going to be a victory for the overall #1 seed in the tournament. 7-4 the final score. And they go, unsurprisingly to most, into that winner's bracket final. They will await at least German team or Hippo Cup. What perched in the high seat at the top of the bracket will be Old Navy. Rustem Min'etov knocked down to losers. But, boy, this could be a harbinger of things to come in our grand final, because I got to think this Rustem Min'etov team is going to be able to make a run through losers if they continue looking as strong as they did through most of the match today.
Is it Harbinger or Harbinger? It is Harbinger. I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Yeah,
I've been saying it wrong for 26 years. Oh my god. All right, anyway, the Harbinger of things to come, as Rustem Min'etov looked really, really good in this match. Even if they do lose 74 to Old Navy, they ended up looking very, very strong. Old Navy to face off, as you said, against the winner of least German team versus Hippo Cup. That match in 45 minutes or so? That'll be on stream.
Nope.
No, wait, nope, that's tomorrow. That is tomorrow at 18
UTC is Black Belt versus Live, Laugh, Love. It's the last losers round 2 match. Will be Black Belt versus Live, Laugh, Love, with the winner of that going on into tomorrow to face off against Let's Get K Barbecue. And those will both be at 18 UTC. So unfortunately, we're gonna have the winners bracket match taking prio over that losers match. I tried to avoid it, but there's only so much you can do. So yeah, we'll be seeing the Old Navy versus one of those two teams next week. We'll be seeing the semifinal tomorrow. One match left today in 45 minutes. Black belt, live, laugh, love. Two winners bracket matches, or two losers bracket matches, and a winners bracket semifinal tomorrow. Should be some pretty close competitive ones. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think the remaining matches are going to be actually really good. All the teams that have advanced so far have looked pretty solid in semifinals, so looking forward to seeing all those matches. Again, the next one, not least German team versus Hippo Cup. What? Lack of coffee is lying to me. It is Black Belt versus Live, Laugh, Love in about 45 minutes. Congrats to Old Navy for making winners bracket finals. Good luck to Rustem Min'etov in the losers bracket. And we'll see you all back here in 45 minutes for the next match of the losers bracket.